go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have recovered.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Carson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now it's Carson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
Worse than others. You can have an empty possession to play defense, but when you turn it over and downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, Mariota going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, the spin. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Here's Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On third down, that's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Fourth down, here's Wilson. And it's caught by Saleh. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Mariota on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mariota dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the... They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. First down, Mariota. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. for Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. This is Carson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. Now a handoff looking right. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, able to spin free. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Over the middle to Garcon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Mariota now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back here right after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And out now come the Seahawks. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough.
And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Watch 44, watch 44.
A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Set! Blue 18!
They run it with McKinnon. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold now out to kick it away. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come on, let's go. 18. Go. Right. Hooper G. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go, 14. Bang out. Bam. Check 3. Let's go, 14.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And able to find Decker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Come on, let's go. Hey, over here, over here. 14, run it.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. One.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to look deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They give him a gain of 37. Mariota now to throw on first down. Caught left side, Garcon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mariota now from the 50. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Third and long here for Mariota. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And they're going to go for it here on the fourth down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll toss it out to Carson, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Wilson. It's caught right side. Dixon. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And on the ground they go with the running back. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They run again with Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
14, run it.
Throwing is Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side. Instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Mariota on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. Well, that 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Let's go.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
One.
To throw, Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Returnable for Lockett. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Run left. Check. 380. 95. Go 14.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep now for Decker. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Toss play to McKinnon. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
19.
They go play action now. Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Easy.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Four down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
McKinnon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard. Line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now McKinnon looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. To throw is Mariota. He's got his target. It's caught. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's McKinnon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the 49ers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.